Oh! No way. Okay, well, time to drive the hell out of here. Oh! Oh!
I've died 5 times in my life. I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been hanged 3 times. Each time they hang me.
Yeah, they're looking right at me.
Every snap of a twig could be a warning. Tonight, witness a terrifying scream cutting through the river mist and a camper forced to pull a knife on an intruder. Deep in the forest, strange lights linger in the darkness, refusing to move. Is there anywhere left in the wild that is truly safe? The video was uploaded by Wild Bear on November 8th, 2023. It was filmed in a dark forest in the UK. She arrived in mid-October, planning to spend a quiet night beneath a tarp. The surroundings were filled with soft forest rain sounds, and the evening began peacefully. At first, everything felt normal. Then, the atmosphere in the woods slowly began to shift.
Oh, hello wild ones. I'm here in the forest on this beautiful autumn day in mid-October. Got my tarp today and I'm going to try to make a cozy little home using this tree and these rocks. That's a 3 metre by 2.9 metre tarp and various fixtures and cordage. Bring it down around these rocks. And the rocks, of course, are going to be a brilliant natural shelter as well. So I think this is going to be really cozy if I can pull it off. Yeah, I think that'll work. That covers the little bed area perfectly. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, let's secure it down a bit more and then we'll move in. I've got a ground sheet. This is my DD Magic Carpet. I think it's the XL. So I'm going to pop that down here, give us somewhere to sit.
She turned off her own light. Almost immediately, she noticed several lights deeper in the forest. They appeared to move through the trees but did not change position afterward. She was unsure whether someone was camping nearby or simply standing still in the darkness.
I just turned my lights off because I saw lights over there going up through the woods, so I'm hiding.
There's multiple lights and they seem to be staying in the same area, so I don't know if they're camping over there maybe. There's not a lot that scares me out here.
The lights remained fixed, unmoving, giving the impression that they were watching. She later admitted that the only thing that truly frightens her while camping is encountering other people. The forest suddenly felt unnaturally quiet and uncomfortably close.
In the woods, except other humans. I've watched too much true crime. I think I've decided to pack up and go. I feel really on edge and I'm quite spooked.
She tried to remain calm, but the tension kept rising. It became clear to her that staying there was no longer an option.
I think I've decided to pack up and go. I feel really on edge and I'm quite spooked. But I don't know how to pack up in the dark. I know you can't see anything, but I'm packing up, so I'm just going to leave this running.
She packed up her gear in complete darkness, her hands unsteady as she worked carefully to avoid making noise. She explained that the feeling was deeply unsettling. The forest no longer felt right.
That's a shame because that would have been a really nice camp, but enjoyed what I did of it. Oh my god, look at these stars above. Let's stop here and take a picture. So beautiful. There's another light up ahead, but there's no way I'm getting out of here without at least my red light on. It is what it is. Nearly back down now. Trying to work out the way in the dark. Not easy. There's Landy. Hi Landy.
While walking back, another light appeared farther down the path. A single glow stood ahead, partially blocking her route and making the surrounding forest appear even darker. She continued forward despite the fear, knowing she needed to reach her vehicle.
It's all a bit silly really, because those people in the woods, they probably saw my light switching up and wondered who's that weirdo alone in the woods at night. So I'm not travelling too far from my car, and I guess I'm more likely to run into other people. Then I kind of take it for granted that once the sun goes down, I'm by myself, and that's how I like it. Oh.
One possible explanation is that these lights came from other campers or people moving through the forest at night, but their stillness made the situation feel threatening. Being alone in the dark can make even ordinary things feel much scarier. If you were in the same situation and saw lights watching from the woods, would you stay or leave immediately? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. This case was uploaded on August 18, 2025. The footage comes from a man associated with the Exploring with Bear channel, who set out to camp alone inside a forest widely believed to be haunted. From the very beginning, he made it clear that he felt deeply uncomfortable being there.
Bigfoot, my boy, Dogman, and skinwalkers, or the crawlers, whatever those things are that like the caves. There's some caves right behind me here. There has been many lives lost right at this location right here, themselves or other people doing something bad to somebody else. There was another story from another person that said 2 guys was found naked walking down this railroad tracks right here. They said they was being held for days in the woods right behind me here. Originally, Dee and David was supposed to be with me tonight, but Dee got sick and I'm all by myself, so I will be here by myself tonight. So here in a minute, we'll go ahead and get our fire started and sit here and just soak it in. I'm right in front of this cave entrance here, and I just want to sit here for a bit.
Shortly after arriving, he heard a heavy thump in the distance and sensed that someone, or something, was nearby. He started a fire and focused on listening.
There's just a thump up there. Oh! No way. No way. No frickin' way. No frickin' way. No frickin'.
After additional unexplained sounds, he struck rocks together to test for a response. Moments later, a clear and deliberate sound came back from the darkness.
Okay, so there's a lot of rocks around here. I say we get in a couple rock clanks now and just listen for a bit. I've heard a couple thumps now. Yeah, rock clanks. That was an answer. That was a deluxe answer. Oh my goodness. That was just right over here. Hello? That could have been back here too. Like right in here. Oh my goodness.
As night fell, fear set in. He heard movement nearby, followed by footsteps so close they caused an immediate physical reaction.
Oh. What's that? Wow, man, something just was stepping right there, but there's nothing there. Oh, I got the chills. That scared the living crap out of me. You guys had to hear that. I don't feel good about tonight. I'm not feeling good about this at all right now. Whoop. Look, bear.
The sense of being watched became overwhelming. Soon after, an unusual humming sound and an alarm startled him. What followed was far worse, a deep animal-like growl from the darkness, accompanied by a sound resembling a human voice.
Oh! No way. No way. No frickin' 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 Whoa! Goodness gracious! I don't think there was a person in there. There was a growl, and then it said, "Let's get him." I heard, "Let's get him." I want to have to go back and check that.
Panic took over. He knew he could not stay any longer. He fled to his truck and was too frightened to step back outside.
But I'm pretty sure you're going to hear everything I heard. And that was a growl, and then right after the growl, "Let's get him." No way am I staying here. I'm not even getting back out of the truck. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you guys heard that. There's no freaking way. There could be people tucked back around that other corner, and one of them said, "Let's..."
The idea that something unseen knew he was there and may have been coordinating against him became a fear that stayed with him long after he left. Fear and isolation can make even normal noises feel dangerous. If you heard clear responses coming from the forest at night, would you trust your instincts and leave, or stay to find out what was there? Uploaded on August 14th, 2024, the footage comes from Camping with Angelo, showing a solo camping trip near a river in Wawa, Ontario. The location was remote and far from town, surrounded by trees, sand, and flowing water. Local residents describe the land as old and sacred, with a long history tied to the area.
It is now day 2. We are out here in Wawa, Ontario. Now, Wawa is kind of out there. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere between cities. I think approximately 3,000 people, a lot of native people that lived on this land. And there's a section of this town that I've never visited before. It is closer to the river. Now, I'm basically heading down this random dirt road. I have no idea what the hell is down here. There was a sign back there that said, "Use at your own risk." I don't even know. Something about not for general people use. I have no idea. I got no clue.
Not long after arriving, unusual sounds began to emerge. They did not resemble normal forest noises. Slow, deliberate knocking sounds echoed from the dark tree line.
I keep hearing something down there. And it's weird because it's not like normal wood noises or forest noises. Can you tell me anything else about your visions? Sorry if I'm moving, guys. Helen. That is really weird. We keep getting the name Helen a lot.
I like the toys.
Oh man, my car's like all scratched up. I like the toys. What toys are you referring to?
At one point, something struck his vehicle with force. He froze, but no animal was visible. Immediately afterward, the forest went silent, as if everything around him had stopped moving.
What the was that? Something literally just hit the car. What in the... What was that? Okay, tell me there's like an animal or something. There is nothing. Nothing at all. What the... Where's my flashlight? Okay, what in God's name was that? I don't see anything.
Later, while setting up his tent, he heard movement drawing closer. Footsteps pressed into the sand, followed by a clear coughing sound coming from near the river. It sounded human, but no one appeared.
Kind of like setting up the tripod here, and I keep hearing something like, as if it's over here, coming closer and closer to me. Like, right there. What the hell was that? I don't know what that is. Okay, whatever it is now, sounds like it's down there. What the hell? I can't quite tell if it's like an animal or something else. I don't even know. Whatever it is back there. Yeah, you know what? Let's not get too close. Let's not f with it right now. Let's just, Hello? It sounded like it was from up the river. What the... Close my trunk so we don't get a billion bugs in there. Dude, that literally sounded like it was from down there. There's no way. I mean, it literally just goes up the river. I mean, I can go look, but there's no one else here. Hello? That was a bird, I think. Maybe a bat. I'm not quite...
Soon after, A sharp, high-pitched sound came through his recording equipment. The noise was intense and uncomfortable. Almost immediately, his batteries began to drain without explanation, and the temperature dropped noticeably despite it being August.
I don't know if you guys could hear that on the camera, but that sounded like a really... There it is again. What is that? It's like a high-pitched frequency noise. Is it the aliens? What the f... I've never heard that come through like that before. That was really weird. Can you tell me what that high-pitched frequency is? And it is getting freaking cold out here. Holy crap. It's amazing too because it's August. Someone was talking with me through this. Can you do it again? Whoa.
The coughing returned from the same location. He stood still, listening. No animals moved and no lights appeared. The sound came from the exact same direction again.
It came from the exact same direction. What is that? Somebody out there? Like, could there possibly be... No, how would there be, like, somebody over there? Yeah, I'm pretty sure bears don't cough. What the hell? Alright, somebody's out there. Show yourself. I heard something over there. I will go over there momentarily. I just want to finish up here first. Okay, let's do some necrophonic first, and then we'll go down there. Let's try this,
As he moved toward the river, he thought he saw movement near the cliff. For a brief moment, it appeared as if something reflected light back at him, like eyes. His flashlight began to lose power.
Gonna go down there. So we keep hearing what sounds like something coughing down there. I swear it sounds like a human quite literally coughing. I thought I saw something down there too. Haven't really seen any wildlife though, which is surprising. It is probably because we're really close to the highway. But unfortunately, this was quite literally the only accessible part closest to the river. Let's see if we can see anything that might resemble something that's like coughing or whatever. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know, I don't see anything. Even my flashlight battery is starting to die now. Yeah, just switch hands here for a second. This camera's quite heavy, so it gets tiring holding it. I don't see anything. There's the car. What's down there? There was again. Shit, my battery is dying on this flashlight. Damn it. I should have grabbed my other one. There's something moving over there. Something out there? For a second I thought I saw something over there. Oh, I actually did see something move over there. What the hell was that? Wait, is there something there? I think this might actually be like one of the scariest camping trips I've ever done so far. Just being out here alone. I literally even just spoke with Jazz and he's like, I don't even know how the hell you do this.
More movement followed in the distance. He briefly saw something shift again but could not identify what it was. Being alone amplified the tension of the situation. Suddenly, a scream cut through the trees. It was short and sharp, neither close nor far. That moment pushed him to leave the campsite and drive away in the darkness. He made it back safely.
Again. What the? Let's see if we hear it again. So I was just about to get ready to go. So that way I'll have enough time to film the other stuff. And also edit a video for you guys, but where'd that come from? Okay, well, it's time to drive the hell out of here. Just try not to get stuck. Oh yeah, Subi power, woo!
But the sound stayed with him long after he left. Whatever had been near the river never showed itself, and not knowing what caused the noises made the experience even more unsettling. It's possible the sounds came from animals or the environment, but in the dark, without clear sight, the brain can fill in the gaps and turn small details into something much scarier. If you were alone and heard those sounds near the water at night, would you trust what you heard or trust your instinct to get out? The video went live on August 6, 2025. It documents a solo camping attempt by Kevin. the creator behind the YouTube channel Small Plots, who set out for an overnight stay on the outskirts of Rochester. He selected a hidden location near an abandoned railroad line, close to a lumber yard. What initially looked like a discreet spot for a stealth camp quickly proved to be a poor choice.
I'm here at the edge of the city. It's a hazy summer day. I'm getting into kind of like a sketchy industrial area here. Just typical sketchy industrial area, nothing special. But there's a nice bit of woods. Now down the trail, there's a lumber yard, I believe it is, that I'm going to be camping next to in a little bit of wood.
After arriving at the park, he began to feel uneasy. The area was strangely busy, with people scattered throughout. As he waited for the park to empty, he noticed something unusual. Men were repeatedly moving in and out of the woods, walking back and forth without any clear purpose.
It's kind of to the industrial area. But first I gotta wait for this guy to leave, so I'm gonna kind of like explore the park a little bit. I've been to this park a handful of times in my life, and I've only ever seen like maybe one other person here, maybe a couple other people. This is every parking cars have left, but I'm not even kidding you, there's just like dudes stumbling out of the woods. It's like, that's like the third dude I've seen stumble out of the woods. The first dude is now going back. I think that's the first guy I saw. And he walked back here, waited, he's looking around sketchily, and now that guy is going back in the woods. I feel like there's like some pervert stuff getting in my way right now. I don't know what. I'm not grasping exactly what would be going on to where dudes are like switching places in a forest like that. I don't know how much longer I can sit here. I might have to find a new spot tonight.
He watched one man leave the trees and then return. Soon after, another man did the same. He could not make sense of it. The behavior felt secretive, as if they were switching places or hiding something. Eventually, he decided to move into the woods and set up camp.
So the last guy is in his car, but he's just hanging out. I think I'm gonna take this opportunity just in case he does get out and go back in the woods. I'm gonna just run and go where I need to go. He won't see me. He won't know that I'm about to walk down that little train track there. But I'm gonna make this fast. This is gonna be weird. Let's go.
He had to act fast, crawling beneath vines and forcing his way through thick brush. He knew the risk he was taking and worried the men nearby might have heard him and figured out where he was heading.
Find where I'm going, and then I'll go there. That guy is still there. I can see his, I don't know if the camera's picking up on his red truck. And I saw him walking back towards this area, like through the trees. I don't know if I'm sure he heard me. That was so loud. Whatever. Hopefully he's less sketchy than I am.
Later, as darkness began to fall, he sat quietly at his campsite when he heard movement along the trail. A dog barked, followed by sounds that suggested a person nearby. He stayed completely still, concealed within the bushes.
I think there's somebody on the trail, so I'm gonna wait a minute. I heard a kid or a dog or something. And hopefully I won't have to do that again until the morning. That's a pain in the butt getting through that. Eesh.
Just before night fully settled in, he noticed a silhouette standing on the trail and facing toward him. He realized he had been spotted. The figure and their dog were outlined against the fading light, and he knew his own shape was visible as well. He felt exposed and afraid, but after a moment, the person turned and walked away.
Somebody's looking at me right now. Yeah, they're looking right right at me. Their dog barked. I can't see him on the camera. But I can see him with my eyes. We're looking at each other. I'm just gonna slowly go down. Somebody, they barked. Walked over there. I guess they have a dog. And we definitely saw each other. At least I saw him. I assume he saw me. Doesn't sound like he's coming this way. But I was definitely seen.
Okay, I think I'm good. Whoever saw me probably just, wanted to steer clear of the guy in the woods. I saw his silhouette looking at me. I'm sure he saw mine looking at him. I'm kind of in the only somewhat illuminated area in this little bit of forest.
Even then, the night was not over. Without warning, a woodchuck suddenly ran toward him. The unexpected movement startled him badly, despite the animal being small. It was a strange and unsettling way to end a night filled with tension and uncomfortable encounters.
A little baby woodchuck started running at me, ran under my chair, and then up and into a hole over there. Oh man, that guy was not expecting me to be here. I've never had that happen. You ever have an animal just run at you randomly in the night, even if it's a little woodchuck? That was startling. Well, hopefully those people are actually gone, because if they're not, I definitely just gave myself away going, "Bah!" like Hank Hill style.
He made it through the camp safely, but the feeling of being watched stayed with him long after. If you were camping and saw people acting strangely nearby after dark, would you stay quiet and hope they leave, or pack up and get out right away? This story involves Todd Champion, the creator of the YouTube channel Camping with Champion, where he documents stealth camping in unusual locations. Most of his trips end without incident, but in a video uploaded on August 30th, 2025, he shared an encounter that was far more unsettling than anything he had experienced before.
Back in my spot, oh my gosh, thought I saw someone. That same guy that I saw earlier when I went to check the dumpsters was back again. I was just trying to get some cool shots, and he just popped up out of nowhere. And then he started asking me he's like, "Do you need me to help you film?" or something like that. Did I want him to hold the camera or something? I was like, "No, I'm good." Then he was like, "Where are you camping at?" And I was just like, just down the road." I shouldn't even have said that much, but. And then he asked me if I wanted someone else to camp with you. What? What the crap? That was nuts.
Earlier in the outing, Todd checked the area around his campsite to make sure he was alone. Although he believed the location was clear, that assumption turned out to be wrong. At first, he didn't view it as a serious problem and continued settling in for the night, preparing food and trying to relax. However, the situation gradually began to change.
That guy's back. You hungry?
No.
I got a sandwich here.
I was just walking around until daylight.
Really?
The same man Todd had noticed earlier returned to the hidden campsite. This time, the encounter felt more disturbing. The man behaved unpredictably and spoke at length in a way that felt unfocused and erratic, making the situation increasingly uncomfortable.
Died 5 times in my life. I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been hanged 3 times. Each time they hang me till I'm about dead and they hit the road.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me walk down this way.
Got any kids or anything?
I got 4 kids.
How old?
Twin boys, 13, 2 girls, 16 and 15. Don't miss the little things in life. I'm just still growing up, man.
Yeah.
I miss mine.
I used to be a truck driver and I quit because my kids were little. Trying to do this, maybe I can do something better,
Someone with you to help you do it?
My wife. Before I met my wife, dude, I was bad. And I probably wouldn't still be around if I hadn't met my wife. Good meeting you, brother. Mm-hmm. See ya. So he just left. I'm packing up my stuff and I'm getting out of here.
Sensing that something wasn't right, Todd quietly took out a knife and kept it hidden, ready in case the encounter escalated. After some time, the man eventually walked away. Todd immediately began packing up his gear, planning to leave as soon as possible. While Todd was preparing to leave, the man briefly reappeared, causing the tension to spike once more.
He came back again while I was packing up. Just showed me some little fan, rechargeable fan thing he had, but I can see him walking down the highway now. I'm getting out of here. We'll talk more once I get somewhere I feel safe.
Shortly after, Todd left the area entirely and headed somewhere he felt safe. The encounter ended without physical harm. However, the following day, Todd searched for information about the man online, and what he found raised further concern.
I was actually able to look the guy up, and I found some drug charges from last month where he was arrested. So I'm thinking he probably had just gotten out of jail and was wandering around. He may not be completely homeless. I would like to say that the guy, he seemed okay when I was talking to him. There were some times when he seemed pretty normal, pretty okay. And then there was other times where he was saying some weird stuff. So that's really why I left. Another thing is that he told me he was an Iraqi war veteran. I thanked him for his service, offered him to make sure he had food and something to drink. But he told me he had PTSD, and then sometimes he didn't know what he was doing, like he would lose control, thinking he was in war. Said he'd been banned from Walmart for having episodes in there. Like, I really didn't want to be out there with him if he goes into one of these episodes. I have no idea if any of that was true or not. I really didn't want to take a chance of being out there and he have an episode. I'm the only person out there at night that he knows of, so.
The situation showed how quickly a normal night can turn dangerous, and trusting his instincts may have prevented something much worse. It's possible the man was dealing with personal issues that made his behavior unstable, which turned an ordinary encounter into a risky one. When you're alone outdoors, even small warning signs matter. If someone you didn't know kept coming back to your campsite after dark, would you stay and hope nothing happens, or leave to stay safe? On September 5th, 2024, a video uploaded to Moxley's Paranormal World followed an overnight camping trip in Delamere Forest, one of the most haunted forests in the UK. The channel is known for exploring locations tied to paranormal activity and dark local history. Delamere Forest has long been associated with reports of shadow figures, a werewolf-like creature, and a white lady said to roam the trees. The area also carries a grim past, including a 1971 case in which 3 hikers were killed.
So tonight, I'm heading out to Delamere Forest. We've got to do an overnight haunted camp here. This place has got a lot of history to it.
He arrived late at night with his friend Ming, close to 11 p.m., when the forest was completely dark. Finding a level area to pitch their tents proved difficult. As they moved through the woods, an uneasy feeling lingered, making the environment feel tense and unfamiliar.
Right, so this is where we're walking down here. We're trying to stick to the water edge, but just look how dark it is. Turn that one off. That's how dark it is now. We've got to try and set up tent in the pitch darkness. So it has just gone 11 o'clock at night now. So without a light, but we should be okay. As soon as we find a bit of flat land, get the tents up. Oh, it is spooky out here just walking around. We're just walking around and it's like, it has got a feeling.
After the tents were finally set up, strange sounds began to emerge. He heard movement passing through the trees and scratching noises coming from Ming's tent, even though there were no branches nearby that could explain it. As the night continued, the unexplained noises persisted.
Well, Ming's in his tent. But Ming,
Yeah.
whilst you were building,
Yeah.
can you hear those noises going through the trees and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, granted, it could be birds, it's animals, but out here in the open. With the stories that we've been reading of shadow figures moving throughout the trees, the lady in white, and don't forget the dog-like creature, dogman, something like that. So, a werewolf. There's a lot of rumours to that. So,
Well, let's hope there's something.
let's see if we can capture anything like that tonight.
Mate, I'm hearing scratching, and I'm not kidding you.
On your tent?
It's like right behind me.
See, I was getting like a across the top of my tent.
I mean, it could have been anything.
Well, let's go and have a look.
There it is again.
Mate, I'm literally stood here.
There it is again.
There's nothing on your tent.
Nothing at all.
Nothing on your tent. There's nothing even around the back of your
Fox
tent.
is actually going round the tent now, outside, because I can hear that scratching that's going on now.
There's nothing here.
The sounds seemed to travel through the forest, growing more unsettling as the hours passed. Later, both he and Ming heard what sounded like footsteps pushing through brambles behind them. Soon after, they heard the clear sound of a woman crying.
Right, so me and Ming, he sat in his tent, I'm sat in mine. You heard? There was brambles breaking, I was walking. I don't know, but it's been going on all night, that. It'll go dead silent, then it'll pick up.
Yeah.
But please, you heard that, like somebody's walking through this.
I did.
And then...
Let me get my torch. Right, folks.
I don't know. Right, should we go and have a look? But that come from behind us over there.
Yeah. It was definitely behind us.
Yeah, right, good idea.
Right.
On a serious note, did that sound like somebody crying?
It did to me. It sounded like somebody crying to me. Oh, come.
The noise was loud and close, as if someone was standing nearby, yet when they looked, nothing was there. The crying felt real and deeply disturbing, leaving him shaken.
As it shook me up. Yeah, it's really shook me up. If I was out here on my own, would I be here now? No. I'd have just left. I'd have just grabbed my bag and gone. Well.
After Ming fell asleep, the strange activity continued. Unable to ignore it, he chose to step out alone to investigate further and attempt communication. He walked deeper into the forest, moving toward the road. While alone, a strange voice came through his device, repeating disturbing words and phrases.
Really is just an airy feeling to it. I don't want to wake him up to say that I'm going off and doing a little bit, but I won't go too far. I just want to go up to the road. Any shadow figures? If you want to come and speak to me. There's been a lot of reports of something being out here, something haunting this forest. I've seen shadow figures running between the trees. Others have even seen what they say is the white lady floating between the trees. Out here tonight, I heard a lady crying. If that was you at all.
Movement.
Movement. Yes, I heard movement. Was it you that heard? I really do not know if this is a wise idea. And that's why we've come out here to do an overnight haunted camp. To see if we can pick anything up.
Michael.
Michael. What I heard earlier.
1940s.
1940s.
He felt a heavy negative presence surrounding him. The experience was so intense that he later said if he had been alone when he heard the footsteps and the crying, he would have run away, leaving everything behind.
100% nobody come down. Well, we did hear something, but we'd have seen a torchlight, we'd have seen someone, but there's absolutely nobody there. Maybe this place truly is haunted. By who or what? White lady? The shadow figures that have been seen? Darting through.
No clear explanation was found. No lights appeared, and no other people were seen, despite the sounds being unmistakable. The forest remained empty. The experience made them question whether the legends of Delamere Forest were real, as the sounds they heard closely matched stories of shadow figures and the White Lady. It's possible that darkness, unfamiliar noises, and fear caused ordinary sounds to feel threatening, but hearing footsteps and crying with no one in sight is hard to ignore. If that happened to you deep in the forest at night, would you stay to investigate or leave right away? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.